This tornado wasn't just a storm. It looked like the sky itself had opened up over the highway, a massive rotating funnel stretching from the clouds all the way to the ground, moving with terrifying speed across the open plains of Wyoming near Laramie. Drivers on the highway had nowhere to go, no buildings, no shelter, just a two-lane road leading straight into nature's fury.
Oh my God, it's coming right
What makes
for
this
us!
footage so
Don't get
dangerous
out!
is
Stay
the
in
size of
car!
the storm structure
I'm recording
above
this,
it.
it's huge!
That dark
Everyone
rotating
get down, it's
supercell
too
cloud
close!
is thousands of feet wide. Inside it, winds can exceed 200 miles per hour, strong enough to throw vehicles, rip apart homes, and turn debris into deadly missiles. Storm chasers who filmed this said the tornado changed shape multiple times while crossing the highway. One moment it looked narrow and controlled, the next moment it widened into a violent wedge tornado. And that's the terrifying thing about tornadoes. They don't follow rules. They evolve without warning. As lightning flashes inside the storm clouds, you can actually see the rotation intensifying. Dust and dirt are being sucked hundreds of feet into the air. The roar of the tornado sounds like multiple jet engines combined together. Experts say tornadoes like this are created when warm, humid air collides with cold, dry air, creating violent instability in the atmosphere. Once rotation begins inside a thunderstorm, it can quickly develop into a deadly tornado within minutes. And when you're standing this close, there's almost no time to escape. Now, this tornado is completely different. This one is pure destruction. A giant black wedge tornado moving slowly across open land, swallowing everything in its path. Unlike the first tornado, this storm isn't thin or narrow. It's wide, heavy, and incredibly powerful. Meteorologists call these wedge tornadoes the most dangerous type because their width can hide their true size. Some people mistake them for dark storm clouds until it's already too late. Look closely at the base of the tornado. That entire dark wall near the ground is rotating debris, dirt, metal, and pieces of buildings, possibly even vehicles being ripped apart inside the vortex. Storm chasers kept their distance because tornadoes this size can suddenly change direction without warning, and if that happens, escape becomes almost impossible. At its peak, this tornado likely reached EF4 intensity. That means winds between 166 and 200 miles per hour. Strong enough to level houses, destroy power lines, and flip heavy trucks like toys. The scariest part is the silence before impact. People often describe tornadoes as sounding like freight trains, but before the roar arrives, there's usually an eerie calm. Birds disappear, the wind changes direction, the sky turns greenish-black, and then suddenly, everything explodes into chaos. This footage captures that exact moment. The atmosphere feels unnatural, almost apocalyptic. And yet, storm chasers continue driving toward these monsters, risking their lives just to document the raw power of nature. This tornado looked like a giant wall of dirt racing across the land. Unlike the classic white funnel shape, this tornado became wrapped in thick dust and debris, making it almost invisible from a distance. That's what makes these storms especially deadly. People can't always see them clearly until they're dangerously close. The rotating dust cloud here is enormous. Entire fields are disappearing behind the storm as powerful winds tear across the ground. Small trees bend violently while debris spins through the air at incredible speeds. Experts believe this tornado formed in an extremely dry environment, which is why so much dirt and sand were pulled into the vortex. In places like Texas, Kansas, and Oklahoma, tornadoes often move across flat open land where loose soil can turn the entire storm dark brown or even black. And imagine witnessing this in real life. No movie soundtrack, no warning sirens nearby, just a massive rotating wall moving toward you faster than a car in city traffic. Many survivors say tornadoes create a strange pressure in the air. Your ears begin popping, the temperature drops suddenly, and then panic takes over as the storm gets closer. Some tornadoes last only a few seconds, others survive for over an hour, carving paths of destruction miles long. This footage reminds us how unpredictable nature really is. One second the land is calm, and the next second, the entire horizon is consumed by violent rotation. Tornadoes remain one of the most powerful weather events on Earth, and even with modern radar technology, scientists still struggle to predict exactly where the deadliest ones will strike. Because when the atmosphere decides to turn violent, humanity can only watch and run.